welcome back to another episode of Talking Toku, the only podcast where we talk about sci-fi monsters and dinosaur adventures. Of course, I am your host, David.
I'm Brian.
And it's another day, another podcast, as I like to say. It's my catchphrase. I say it every day.
You say that every week, every time we record.
Every time. Go back
and check it.
Go back and check all 84 episodes. I've said it every single time. You can't tell me otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
You know, it'd be funny if somebody calls us out. You should go back and edit it into every single episode. And
you know, I probably could. Will I? No. Because you know what, audience, if you know anything about me at all, it's that I'm fucking lazy. So, yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah. Well, we're both lazy,
and you know what?
And that's why we're doing this kind of episode today.
No. Hold on. You know, the real reason I'm not going to do it is not because I'm lazy, it's because I already said it. That's why. Go check.
It's true. Go check. You won't.
How long can we keep this bit going for, Brian?
I don't know. We should probably get into the news.
Well, do you want to talk about what we're doing today? Before we get into news? What the hell? You're just jumping all over the place, man.
You should add a Doom boomstick sound effect right here because we're doing another shotgun episode. We talk about stuff.
I had no idea where you were going with that. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay. Yeah, I can add in the Doom shotgun sound effect. I can do that.
Well, you're already talking about Doom later.
I am already talking about Doom. So, yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Yeah. Hey, if you get to talk about Elden Ring whenever the hell you want, I get to talk about Doom when I can. So,
yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, what are we talking about in the news today, Brian? We have a new Godzilla video game coming out.
Yeah.
It's a mobile game.
It's a mobile game.
It's a mobile game.
Godzilla X Kong Titan Chasers.
Yeah, so I have no idea what's been going on with this game. It got announced a while ago, and I've been seeing like posts on their social media like all the time, and never once have I known like, is this game out or what? Because they post all the time, and I've never seen anyone talk about this game. But they officially announced like a release date for it. It's February 24th, 2 days before my birthday. That's so cool. I got a cool new Godzilla mobile game to play for my birthday.
What a good birthday gift.
I know. Legendary is just so nice to me. So we have a official description, and I will read that off right here. Join the Titan Chasers, elite explorers, mercenaries, and thrill seekers, and step onto the shores of the Siren Isles, an untamed new ecosystem forged by the rise of the Titans. Battle for survival and control on the edge of civilization. Face epic monsters like the Mother Longlegs, rock critters, and the deadly skull crawlers. I don't know what rock critters are. Witness the fury of Godzilla and Kong and join the fight against colossal predators. The MonsterVerse comes to life in Godzilla and Kong Titan Chasers, a 4-player MMO strategy game where you will take your place among legends. It's not surprising I don't know what the rock critters are because it seemed, from what I had seen of them posting, they're taking a bunch of the creatures from like the comics and stuff, and also a bunch of new ones as well. Like, yeah, I can see the death. I think you can see the death jackals in the trailers, and those came from Skull Island: The Birth of Kong, which, if you haven't read that, is a very, very good book. Yeah, and they have mecha skull crawlers as well. I saw that a while ago.
Damn.
Yeah,
that's actually kind of cool. I do like that.
It's more. It's not like a full mech or robot. It's like a skull crawler with like cybernetic augments. It's got like a
that's boring.
Well, hold on. I'll bring it up, and you can make the.
If something is a mech, it is a full robot. The cyborg is. I can't.
Well, I don't know if it's called a mecha skull crawler. That's just what I'm calling it. I don't know what the actual name is for it.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay. It's just yeah. All right. All right. I mean, he still looks kind of cool.
Yeah, it's a skull crawler. They look cool in general. So there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't realize it was an MMO strategy game, but that's kind of interesting. I'll probably check it out, whether or not I like stick with it, because I never stick with mobile games. I don't know. But I'll definitely give it a shot, because why the heck not? I like Godzilla. Godzilla's cool.
And you can tell me how it is, because I'm probably not gonna even think about it.
But Brian, if it's a 4-player game, we can both play.
But it's a mobile game.
Yeah.
I don't really play games on my phone.
Well, you're gonna have to start, I guess, if you want to stay on this podcast. I'll fucking fire you.
That's I'm not doing that.
I guess you're fired, Brian.
That's fine. You fired me before.
That's true.
Where's that gotten you?
What did I even fire you for the first time? I don't remember.
I don't know. I've lost track.
It was funny though. I remember like it was really funny in the moment, at least. I don't know if if it would be as funny if I remembered it. Whatever.
Probably not.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really. I'm gonna be honest. I'm tired of all these mobile games. I want a real. This is going to be part of one of our topics later, but I want a real game, a real one. I don't like mobile games because they're just there to waste your time, or spend money.
I mean, you could argue that's most video games, Brian.
I mean, you could, but it's not true. I mean, most AAA games that come out, yeah, they are. Like, there's a lot of endless games, but I want a game that is like a story game with good mechanics that is fun to play, or like a good ass fighting game, or even the fucking Minecraft. You know what? We'll talk about this later. But
we're getting ahead of ourselves. We're getting ahead of ourselves.
I'm tired of the mobile games. That's where I'll
All right. Well, what else is going on? We're sticking with the MonsterVerse, I think, Brian.
Yeah. Caitlin Dever and Dan Stevens are in the next one.
We still don't have a title.
Stoked about Dan Stevens coming back. You were texting me all about it.
That wasn't even. I didn't text you about it. I said it to you over voice chat. We were gaming.
Oh,
Brian.
Right, you did. We were gaming.
God damn it. But yeah, so we have Caitlin Dever. I don't know how to pronounce her name. I'm sorry, Caitlin. So she is not in anything that I have seen. She's been in a couple things I've heard of. She was in Dear Evan Hansen, which I heard was god awful. She was in Next Goal Wins, which was Taika Waititi's last movie, which I also heard was god awful.
No.
She was also in No One Will Save You, which was directed by Brian Duffield, who was the showrunner for the Skull Island series on Netflix, which I heard mixed things about. So I don't know what that means for Caitlin Dever's acting chops. I'm sure she had nothing to do with the quality. But yeah.
Yeah. I hope we get some real news soon. Probably won't.
Yeah, it's not scheduled to come out for another 2 years. There was some leaks a couple of weeks ago that, to me, we're not gonna talk about it right now, obviously, because it's leaks. We don't know if it's official or not. But to me, it sounded like just wishful thinking. Some of it sounded pretty cool, but most of it was just like, I don't really care. And maybe that's just our general disdain for the MonsterVerse at this point, but I was just like, okay, sure, I guess. But
hey, they make something cool, I'll go see it. I'm just thus far I just don't. Yeah.
But yeah, Dan Stevens coming back. That's good. I still stand by that he was the highlight of the new Empire. Dan Stevens is typically a highlight in any movie he is in, and any movie he is in, I will be more than happy to see because he's a good actor and I like him a lot.
He was the second best thing about Cuckoo. So,
What was the first best thing about Cuckoo?
the monster itself.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I mean, more like the monster design. I mean,
Okay.
the way it moved was cool and stuff, but I mean, what it actually turned out to be, it was kind of lame.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's your favorite time, Dave.
It's my time. It's my time. This is going to take up the entire
it's-
episode, Brian.
Yeah, it's your time to shine. Do it. Do it,
Goddamn
guy.
right. So I think maybe 2 weeks ago now, Microsoft did a big developer direct on a bunch of their upcoming games, one of which being Doom: The Dark Ages, and hoo boy, it's looking good. I don't even know where to begin. We have a release date. I don't remember what it is, though, now that I think about it. I think it's sometime in May 12th. I don't know if that's the actual date or if I'm just making that up. It would be super, super cool if it was. May 15th, I was so close, God damn it. But yeah, so we got a release date. We got a huge gameplay breakdown, and that's the important thing that everyone comes to for Doom. We want to see how it looks. I'm really, really excited that it doesn't look like Doom Eternal again, because that was kind of my concern with how well Eternal was received, that the next game would just be Doom Eternal again. But it doesn't. It looks... I think the way they worded it in the direct, they said... in Doom 2016, we had you run and gun. In Eternal, it was jump and shoot, and in the Dark Ages, you stand and fight. Because from what it looks like, you are built like a tank. You move slow and you hit really, really hard, and it looks really, really cool. It's exactly what I was hoping for from that initial first trailer last year at some point. Yeah. I don't really have anything profound to say about it. It just looks cool, and you get to fight in the big mech. You get to fight the giant titans in the big mech. The
mech looks fucking awesome, dude.
You're goddamn right. Again, it's because
Hugo Martin. Dude, as soon as I saw those things in Doom Eternal, and I'm like, at some point, we're gonna have to drive one of these fucking things.
You just had to wait a whole nother game for it.
And I was disappointed in the moment that it wasn't in that game, but now that it's coming, I mean, I can't complain. I'm going to buy it.
Yeah.
Looks fucking sick. Also, I did want to add that I saw a few people shitting their pants about the glory kills not being as, like, flashy. And, dude, get a life.
Yeah.
Get a life.
And honestly, this might be a hot take. Obviously, I don't care about that. Most of the glory kills in Eternal weren't as interesting as the ones in Doom 2016. There were some really good ones, but it wasn't as consistent as Eternal. So honestly, I don't mind this.
I think that in Doom 2016, they were like, those glory kills were like a defining feature of that game. In Doom Eternal, they were just an expected feature.
Yeah.
But honestly, with the amount of killing in that game that you do, the glory kills got repetitive and tedious to do.
Yes.
And I am glad that is just a quick finishing kick or punch in Dark Ages. Yeah. I think that's fine by me. And the game already looks like it's very slow and much more methodical than the other games. So just having a long animation where you can't do anything would just make it hurt even more.
Yeah, exactly. So. But I think it looks really great. I saw a lot of people also shitting their pants about Mick Gordon not returning, and I'm like, guys, there was no way
they were going to repair that.
There was no way in hell they were ever going to get Mick Gordon back for another Doom game.
They would have to change all of id's leadership.
Yes.
And they would also need to pay Mick a lot of money that they're probably not willing to pay.
Exactly. They announced, because they actually went into a whole thing about the music. I think the reason for that is because they knew people would be like, where's Mick? Where's the music? What are we doing with this? So they have Finishing Move doing the music, who are a production company. They did music for Brian's favorite game of all time, the Callisto Protocol.
Yeah.
uh,
Woo! Callisto.
Microsoft Flight Simulator, actually based. But more importantly, they did the music for the Halo 2 anniversary, Halo Wars 2. Yeah, which I haven't played Halo Wars 2, but I know
Halo Wars 2's music is actually really good.
Well, it's with Gordy Hobb as well, who's a very good composer, but I know for a fact the Halo 2 anniversary music is fantastic. So I think they'll do a good job. It sounded like they were doing a good job from the trailer so far. It sounds good. I'm kind of... Again, I wasn't surprised that they weren't bringing Mick back. I kind of would have liked them to bring Andrew Hulshult and David Levy back, and they did the music for both Ancient Gods expansions for Eternal, because I thought they did really good. I love Andrew Hulshult. He's a great composer, but that hurt a little, but I think Finishing Move are going to do a good job. But yeah. I'm excited. I mentioned this on Twitter and Blue Sky a couple weeks ago. If I'm feeling it, if I have the time, I might do an impromptu stream for like the original Doom just to get myself hyped up. Stay tuned for that. I don't know if I'm going to. I think I should.
I'll watch it.
I should. I know the first episode, Knee Deep in the Dead, basically like the back of my hand at this point. So I could probably... It'd probably be a fun time. So I don't know when that'll happen. I
also just give you the Talking Toku sign-in.
Well, that I was planning on doing that on the Talking Toku.
Oh, okay. Account. I thought you were gonna do your personal show.
Nah, never.
That works. Do it.
It's got to be a Talking Toku official stream for Doom. Anyways, yeah, that's Doom: The Dark Ages. It looks really good. I'm gonna talk about it a lot when it comes out. So be prepared.
Yeah.
For that.
We're probably going to be doing an episode on it, and Dave isn't going to shut up about it.
I was going to say, like, do you want to do an episode on it? But you beat me to it, Brian. So there we go.
I'm down. I mean, we're thirsting for ideas out here, anyways.
I mean, we did
we'll take whatever we get.
Yeah, I did half jokingly suggest we do an episode on the Sonic franchise because there's usually kaiju at the end of those games, but Doom seems more fitting than Sonic.
Yeah,
I would still be down for a Sonic episode. Don't get me wrong.
I absolutely. I still haven't seen Sonic 3, so
I think it's available to. I don't know about stream, but definitely rent now.
It's difficult. I'm tired.
Wow. Okay.
I don't like spending money.
But you're gonna spend $70 on Doom: The Dark Ages, Brian.
I am gonna spend $70 on Doom: The Dark Ages, unless it's on Game Pass.
I think it is on Game Pass. I think they said it would be on Game Pass when they first announced it.
I don't know how that shit is profitable.
I don't know. I think it's starting to become less and less profitable as time goes on. So
probably Xbox has no idea what they're fucking doing.
Yeah.
It's honestly kind of insane how bad it's been for them.
I know. But
I don't know.
I don't care. I don't do anything with Microsoft. So it doesn't matter to me.
All right. I mean, it's kind of funny though, because people were complaining about how like nothing that presentation was except for Doom: The Dark Ages.
They announced 2 new Ninja Gaiden games, and that was the only other thing that seemed cool.
Yeah. And then the rest of it was just whatever.
Yeah. There were some RPGs that looked kind of interesting, but I tuned in like right in the middle of that. I'm like, whatever. It looks cool. I want Doom.
Yeah, I didn't see anything out of there except for the Doom stuff, so I usually take that as a bad sign.
Yeah. Oh, well. All right, should we move on to our main topics, plural?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I suppose, unless there's anything you wanted to talk about before we do that.
I don't think so. Actually, I'll give a shout out to a friend of the show, Naomi. She messaged me earlier and said, we're watching werewolf movies in my film class. And I told her, you know what you have to do.
Dog soldiers.
She told me, don't worry, I already accomplished. I'm like, all right, good.
Yes.
We're on the same page.
Yes. Okay. I am stoked. God.
There we go. We got
yeah, go watch Dog Soldiers, guys.
there we
Do
go.
it.
We got our Dog Soldiers mention out of the way. All right, now we can move on to our main topics.
Well, we already talked about this a little bit.
We did. I guess we're going to talk a little bit more about it. I don't really know what else we have to say, honestly, but
it's kind of funny because I thought maybe a few days, like a week or so, my thoughts on Ultraman Arc may may like level out or simmer, but honestly, I haven't changed my views on it at all.
Neither have I. I wish I remembered what we said in that last episode, but I really don't. So sorry.
Yeah. I mean, we could just go over it again.
Yeah. All in all, Ultraman Arc was perfectly fine.
Yep. I think it's like a very bog standard just fine Ultraman show.
Yeah. There were some standout episodes. Oh, excuse me. But nothing I mean, it's hard to say because I don't want to say they weren't super standout, because there were some really solid episodes, mostly in the latter half of the series, maybe even the latter third, because I really feel personally that it didn't really find its footing until pretty late in the show. Which is kind of a shame because you don't really want to backhaul all your good episodes in the end, because what if people get bored and stop watching? So I don't know.
I definitely felt like the first half of the season was kind of villain of the week. Mm-hmm. There'd be a problem, they'd solve it, and the next episode was basically disconnected.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that's kind of the formula for Ultraman in general.
Yeah. But, I mean, there's usually some kind of, common plot from, overarching series plot. And there just wasn't really that. I guess I didn't miss it that much, but it definitely Blazar and Decker had these plots that were going on, big plots that were being worked on all season, and some episodes were had less to do with it than others, and then generally in the middle you had an episode that was directly tied to that main plot, and then near the end of the season it's more focused on that and wrapping that up. Arc kind of just did all that in the last 5 episodes.
Yeah.
It was very condensed down, and I mean it was cool. I liked a lot of the I'm in my own head, just mental shit going on. I'm pretty sure I said somewhere, what is this Evangelion shit?
You did. You absolutely did.
I think that stuff's cool. It's neat. I mean, I haven't watched as much Ultraman as you, and I mean, it was kind of novel. I hadn't really seen them do a whole lot of that. But yeah, I don't know. I just felt like it was missing, kind of a core component there or something. Or maybe they just didn't tie it together as neatly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't. Again, we already mentioned that. We talked about this on our What New Cool Kaiju Thing segment last week. It really didn't feel all that cohesive. And again, I also mentioned this, it's still on par with Decker for me, but Decker felt a little more consistent overall. So they're more or less interchangeable for, I would say, probably number 3 in my Reiwa New Generations stuff. But I think Decker does kind of inch out over it just because it's just a little more consistent. I think this arc does have more interesting monsters, kaiju at least, because Decker did reuse the Spherosaurus quite a bit, as you were very upset about in our previous conversations about this.
Yeah, I hate Spherosaurus.
If
I ever see that motherfucker again.
I mean, for fuck's sake, we got a giant rat kaiju in Arc. That was fucking cool. I love that guy.
Yeah.
I love Nezatron. He's really cool.
Even the pig dude.
The pig dude, yeah, Gilbaku, he was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, ever since Blazar, they've like been knocking out of the park with the kaiju designs. They've been doing really, really well. I'm glad they kept it up in Arc, because prior to Arc, it's hard to say, because like a lot of them were recycled monsters from previous shows, but like when they did do new monsters, they were pretty damn good. Like, as much as they used Spherosaurus in Decker, like, it was still a really good design, you know?
Yeah. Well, I remember the first time we saw him, it was like, oh, damn, that's cool as hell. It's just seeing him 30 times, it's just not cool.
Yeah. And I don't even remember what there was in Trigger, because Trigger is just such a nothing burger of a series in my head.
Yeah, Trigger fucking sucked. I don't know if you guys remember, but it sucked.
But the singular original monster that showed up in Ultraman Z, Genagarg. I'm going to send this to you, Brian. Genagarg was fucking sick. He was a big shark from space.
Well, you know me, I love sharks.
I know you love sharks. That's why I knew you'd like this. If I could actually send you the picture, that would be really, really cool. There
God,
we
you
go.
can't do anything today.
There you go. There's your cool space shark.
Holy shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, Genagarg's cool.
Kind of looks like Giron and Orga had a fucking
bit,
baby.
yeah. A little bit.
Ew.
But yeah, so Ultraman
yucky.
Arc, it's a solid 6 out of 10, I guess.
I'm gonna give it like a yeah, probably 6 out of 10 for me. I was gonna give it a 5 out of 10, but that seems a little harsh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like in my mind it is a 5 out of 10, but like a 5 out of 10 implies that I didn't like it, and I think overall I enjoyed my time with it. Whether or not it like sticks in my head at all is we'll see.
You know what? It is a 6 out of 10 for one reason. Blazar and Earthgaren show up for like 2 episodes. And seeing them show up is pretty dope.
Consider the following, Brian. What about Yuppie?
Oh my god, Yuppie. Oh my god. I take it back. It's a 2 out of 10.
It's a 2 out of 10. Wow.
2 out of 10.
Wow, you went from a 6 out of 10 all the way down to 2. 2 full stars.
Let's move on to the next topic.
Okay. Sorry, 4 full stars.
I'm not even gonna tell you guys if that was me joking or not.
I don't know. And I know Brian very, very well. He's my best friend, and I don't even know if
You'll
he's
never
joking.
know what my true ranking is. I'm never gonna tell you.
He's never gonna say. People are going to come up to you and be like, hey, what's your real Ultraman ranking? And you're going to be like, no, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't. Nope. Locked away. It's in the vault.
It's in the Brian vault.
It's in the vault.
Okay. All right, moving on. Let's talk about some video games. We're gamers, right, Brian?
Yeah. We play a lot of video games. We're playing a lot of Unrailed, which is actually something we can talk about.
Yeah, we can talk about. We were going to last week and then we forgot.
Yeah. Well, we can talk about it now.
Yeah. Well, this is specifically Godzilla,
though. We could just branch off into all games.
We're gonna go all over the place, though, Brian. We'll save that for What New Cool Kaiju.
That's fair. All right, we'll do that.
Like our initial plan was to do last week, and then we forgot. So hopefully we don't forget this time.
I hope not.
But yeah, so Godzilla's been in a bunch of video games recently, huh?
Yeah. He has
specifically been in a bunch of video games.
Yep.
Most notably recently Fortnite. And I don't care what your thoughts are on Fortnite. It's still a very, very successful game. And from what I'd seen of the Godzilla collab event they just did, people really, really loved it. And the content I was seeing from it, I really loved it too. I cannot tell you how many times I brought up the video of someone using the Mechagodzilla skin to do the Hatsune Miku emotes. It just made me laugh. Like, I would just watch that on repeat just because it was so funny. It made me giggle. Give me a good laugh. It was really funny. But the event itself involved, they would spawn portals on the map, and if you get to the portal first, you get to become Godzilla, and you can stomp around the map in Fortnite and destroy various things. And people were having a lot of fun with it. And it got people talking, like, this is the fact that Fortnite has given us the best Godzilla simulator experience in a video game in 10 years is a little pathetic, a little sad.
Yeah.
So kind of wanted to talk about, like, what the hell is going on with that. Like, obviously, Fortnite is not the only collab Godzilla has been in. He's been in. There's been multiple Call of Duty crossovers. There's one for Godzilla vs. Kong, and again for GXK. There's been the Dave the Diver collab, which I'm currently playing. Dave the Diver. I haven't gotten to the Godzilla DLC yet. I'm getting there. I'll talk about that at some point whenever I get to it.
There was Minecraft.
Which
I'm going to talk about again.
Okay.
Because, I mean, we can talk about it later, but if we're listing stuff off. But
they did the Super Monkey Ball crossover when he was a skin, also with Hatsune Miku. I saw a lot of people like doing a bunch of Hatsune Miku and Godzilla stuff just because they keep showing up in the same things together, and it was really funny. I feel like I'm forgetting others, but those are the ones that I'm thinking of off the top of my head. But yeah.
Why? I'm sure there's more. I feel like there's more, but I can't.
There definitely is more, but I can't think of any. So what's going on here? Like, we're doing everything we possibly can.
I can tell you what's going on here, Dave.
Tell me, Brian.
They think that Godzilla is successful enough to do brand crossovers with pre-existing games, but they clearly don't think that Godzilla is successful enough to make its own standalone game, or they're working on it and it's in development. So, or there's some weird copyright shit going on.
I don't know, because like, why would there
trademark or whatever?
Why would that be the thing?
Toho.
I know Toho, but if they're basically giving out the IP to anyone who is willing to cough up a couple bucks.
That's true.
What's the issue?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I said it earlier. There's a lot of Godzilla branded like video games coming out that are mobile games, but there are like the last like Godzilla game we got fucking sucked. Like real one. Like I'm sure you remember us talking about it. But I'm tired of that. I want like a real fucking Godzilla game. Please, I'm begging you. Like, even the Minecraft expansion. I know that we never got to play it, which we should go play it whenever you get Minecraft. But like there were a bunch of different game modes you could do, and specifically the Shin Godzilla game mode. It was like a full city that was completely destructible, and you have to go around it and find resources. And then you build walls and barricades against Shin Godzilla to try and slow him down like it's a tower defense. And it was one of the most instantly addictive things I had played in quite a while. Because this was right around where I kicked the Destiny habit. And it was just such a really fun game. Like, it was a great strategy game. It was a great like story game because it was like kind of like a story. Like, it was kind of like living in like the movie, kind of, sort of, not really. But like it was cool. Like there was a lot of effort put into it, and like to think that it was in a fucking $5 Minecraft expansion, but like they couldn't be fucked to make a full game out of it. Like it's just insane to me. I don't understand. There are a lot of these crossovers, and even the COD one, I've heard a lot of positive buzz around the COD one, because specifically the one where it's on like the island, it's the battle royale map.
Oh, right. I thought you were
like
the skins,
I've heard
like.
No, not the skins. The skins look fucking stupid. But the specifically them being on the map, I heard was really cool because they could kill you.
Yeah.
And like they could destroy the map and make some parts of it like completely like inhospitable, like you couldn't go there. And I think that that's such a cool idea, like a survival horror even, or just a survival like kaiju game where you have to inhabit the spaces, the same space as these massive creatures, and try and do an objective while taking into account their whereabouts. Like that's such a cool idea, and it just boggles my mind that we haven't gotten a standalone game about that.
And we haven't even gotten anything like that as like original IPs, like not even a licensed thing. Like I guess Kaiju Wars is probably the closest thing I could think of. Like that's a strategy game. But it's more
that's like a real strategy game.
Yeah,
like
it's like an isometric thing.
Strategy game.
Yeah. So you don't really get that sense of scale that you do in something like the Call of Duty crossover or the Fortnite crossover. So yeah, I feel like just in general, not even just with Godzilla, like I feel like we're kind of missing out with this. You know, like why isn't anyone taking advantage of this idea that's just sitting on the table waiting for someone to take a bite and no one's going for it? I don't get it. It's such a strange phenomenon. I'm
pretty sure we've talked about how cool a survival horror kaiju game would be.
We have like multiple times.
Godzilla or not. Like they like oftentimes in kaiju movies, you got like little minions running around like a fucking video game.
Mm-hmm.
Like look at Cloverfield, for instance. Yep. You have the big one and then you have the little things. Like that would be a perfect survival horror setting. And you could do the same shit with like MonsterVerse Godzilla. Like I know MonsterVerse Godzilla is goofy and we've ragged on him a lot for that. But if it's all about how you set it. You put it in a dark, and you set the game in a dark city at night with Godzilla fucking roaming around in the fucking pitch black. Doesn't matter what he looks like. It's still going to be scary and it would be really cool.
I mean, there was, I bring it up.
In the MonsterVerse, there are tiny minions everywhere.
I bring it up every time we talk about this exact thing. There was that micro game from 2014 where you played as one of the soldiers in the Halo jump and you're looking for survivors.
Yeah. I used to play that shit all the time.
It was so good. It took you like 5-10 minutes to beat, but it was still so well done. It was like the perfect proof of concept.
I would play it just to like look around and see how cool it was.
Yeah. Like, it was really, really good. And I'm shocked that no one has taken that concept and made a full game out of it.
Yeah. It really does feel like it's just kind of something that like it's like too good to not want to explore it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know who would even can you imagine that game being made by RE Team?
Oh my god, dude. Holy shit.
That would be crazy. With the role they've been on.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 9 is apparently coming soon, by the way.
I mean, I'm sure.
What I've heard. I would expect a trailer this year. Anyways, I am disappointed that we're not getting anything. I'm happy that these crossovers are happening, and obviously it's great for brand awareness.
Yeah. I mean, Fortnite especially is like the ultimate brand awareness machine.
It's true. I mean, it's probably the only successful version of a metaverse that you could really point to, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
I mean, they have shit from Marvel, DC, like now Godzilla, like literally every property, like from every fucking company, every entertainment company. Like it's insane.
When is Ultraman coming to Fortnite, do you think, Brian?
I mean, honestly, if the next Ultraman Netflix movie does good, I mean, I'd say it's on.
I don't know if we're gonna get another Netflix movie, Brian.
Oh, we're not? I thought we totally would.
So I think Shannon Tyndall, the director, he said he's working on a script, but he's not confident that it will be greenlit.
Oh man. And you know what?
Yeah.
Sorry, you continue.
Apparently, I don't know how true this is or not, but apparently he's also no longer involved with Netflix at all. So there's that too.
That's sad. I mean,
I don't know if that's true or not, though. I have no idea if that's true.
Netflix sucks.
Netflix does. Go on. What were you saying?
This just reminded me, another really great game to point to is Gigabash.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that too. Like, that was the biggest one we missed. Is Gigabash.
At this point, I would argue that it is a Godzilla game.
Mm-hmm. It's had 2 different Godzilla expansions.
Yeah, it has like the roster it has is incredible. Honestly, between the Ultraman stuff, the original stuff, and the Godzilla stuff, I think it is kind of becoming its own, like, kind of like kaiju Fortnite, kinda. I hate to say that, but I feel like they're just adding a bunch of shit from like wherever they can get it.
Yeah. And
like if they added like more like obscure monsters from, not even, not like
I
know or Super stuff.
I know you're not like tuned into much social media stuff, but Gormaru Island, who's a really great source for news, they have been championing the inclusion of 98 Godzilla for Gigabash.
Dude, I would be fucking stoked for that.
Honestly, same. He would be such a cool character to play as.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I would totally be down for that. That would be fucking sick. But like, don't even stop at that. Like, put fucking Gorgo in there. Like, put like whatever you want in there. I think it would be fucking sick. Put
Reptilicus in there.
Put Reptilicus in there.
Put Pulgasari. Yongari.
Obviously, like, people want Gamera.
Yeah.
Get Gamera in there. It's, boring shit, but whatever. Just kidding. I love Gamera.
All right, tell us how you really feel, Brian.
No, I would be like, whatever they want to add. Like, Gamera would be sick. Yeah, Gigabash has really come into its own. I've been playing it a lot. Even their new like original characters, the Rojak and the Fire Cat.
Oh, the not Power Rangers pack.
The not Power Rangers pack. Like, those are some really awesome designs and just characters in general.
Yeah.
Man, it's just so good. It's such a great fighting game.
Mm-hmm. It just needs more people to know about it, because I feel like every time we try and play, it's mostly bots.
I am constantly telling people to check it out. Like, anybody that I know that likes fighting games or likes kaiju, like, I tell them to check out Gigabash, because Gigabash is like $20.
Yeah, it's super cheap.
And all the DLCs are like a couple of dollars, and I would say that they're definitely more, like, they got more stuff in them, and I've gotten more enjoyment out of them than I have like any of like fucking the Mortal Kombat DLCs or any of that stupid bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, also, I've heard Mortal Kombat 1 did not do good.
Yeah, I've heard it did really, really poorly. Oh, wow.
I don't know why I just reminded of that, but yeah, that's what happens when you over monetize your game.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. All right. Yeah. Anything else we'll talk about?
Make more funny videos of Godzilla doing Fortnite dances, please. That's all I have to say. I'm not even kidding. Like, it really did make me laugh quite a bit every time I saw those.
I'm just imagining you like just fucking like sitting like in your bed and just like watching that video on loop for like hours.
All right, not hours.
Sitting there fucking vegging out, just watching Mechagodzilla do the Hatsune Miku.
It was really funny, Brian.
You've succumbed to the brain rot, Dave.
I know, I really have. It's bad, man.
That's funny.
All right. Coming up, we got a Jurassic World trailer, except no, we don't, because it comes out tomorrow and we're recording today. You have no concept of time.
This sucks.
Yeah.
And too bad
Universal
we can't do anything about it.
Universal is just they know we record on Mondays and they're like, fuck Talking Toku. They hated Jurassic World Dominion. We're gonna fuck them over with this.
They hated Dominion. They talked a little bit of shit about Chaos Theory Season 2. we gotta teach them a lesson.
Yeah.
Oh my god. We lied to all of you. We're here. We watched the Jurassic World Rebirth trailer. It's true.
Just now.
It happened. It's real. It's real life. Dinosaurs are real.
It sure is real, isn't it?
Yeah. So here we are. We want you. We know that you, the fans, the listeners of Talking Toku, expect us to cover every piece of Jurassic media out there. So we couldn't, in good conscience, leave it for an episode 2 weeks down the line, because you know what? No one's gonna care at this point. So here we are, recording after the fact.
Yeah.
So
here we are.
We're to talk
outside of our usual recording time to give you our takes, the takes that you care about,
the takes that you demanded, even.
Yep. Somebody demanded it. Someone out there.
Yeah, me. I demanded it.
Yeah.
So how we feeling? Jurassic World Rebirth, Brian. We seem to have some different differing opinions here.
Yep. Definitely.
I think
definitely differing in our opinions on this one.
I think it looks pretty good.
I don't. I am very sad that I am not excited about this.
I think you're just getting old and grumpy.
I am not old and grumpy. I am
sure about that?
I am happy and chill and not old yet. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I meet none of those descriptions.
Sounds like someone in denial, Brian. But
you don't fucking know me. Okay.
What do you mean I don't know you? What does that mean?
I don't know.
All right. Let's talk about this shit.
Yeah.
Where do we begin with this?
Well, we could talk about the tone.
The tone.
I think the tone is what a lot of people, myself included, are questioning. Because this trailer is very like Marvel coded.
Yeah.
And I know that there are a lot of people out there who still love superhero movies, but I am not one of them. I don't like how dialogue is written for those kinds of movies, and it is definitely written like that from what this trailer shows.
It does, but at the same time, I feel like it could be worse. It's not as egregious as I feel like a lot of people were making it out to be. And for that, I'll give it some respect. I will say that there are some lines in the trailer that are definitely pretty egregious. The one that sticks out to me is Scarlett Johansson near the end of the trailer when they're on the boat. She's like, "None of those things sound good," or something along those lines. I'm like, "That shut your mouth, please."
Yeah. Also, about that part of the trailer where they're like on the boat, you know, it's the part that we saw from the press or the press pictures.
The Vanity Fair article.
Yeah, like I know that this is probably not how it goes down in the movie. I know this is probably like trailer, like recutting and whatever to make it like, you know, appealing to people, but like they're being chased by dinosaurs on a boat. And they're still cracking one-liners. Like, their life isn't in fucking danger. And, like, to me, that signals that they don't have enough faith in me to enjoy the movie as is, and they need to inject humor into everything. And that is, like, my least favorite thing about modern movies now, is that everything needs to be comedic on some level. And I am tired of it.
And I don't blame you.
I get why they do it, because it is mass appeal. But like, I was talking to Sam, our number one fan of the show, about this the other day. And basically what I said was that, like, they make movies now to appeal to as many people as possible by doing all of the things that get butts in seats. So that's, you know, your the dialogue that you're familiar with. Like, oh, it's kind of like Marvel, so it's safe to bring the kids to that, whatever. So that was also a problem with the Jurassic World movies. But also, like, I never watch any of the Jurassic World movies at all. But I do watch the original Jurassic Park because it's a fucking banger. And when everyone's lives are in danger, they're trying to fucking survive and get shit done. Like, you look at the original T-Rex scene, and people, they are frozen in fucking fear in the movie. And they are not saying anything. There is maybe one line in the movie, or one line in that scene that you could, like, maybe you could, like, I don't know. But it's just not the same. Like, it's just, it makes me feel like they don't respect my intelligence. Like, I need to have a bunch of different things going on at the same time. I hate it. I'm tired of it. This is angry Brian out here again.
Brian mad.
Brian angry right now. I'm very. I don't know. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. Like, clearly, this was not made with me in mind.
No, I'm also of the opinion that, as you implied, that it is maybe just a trailer. Like, I don't think most Hollywood blockbusters know how to cut together a trailer anymore.
No,
like, all trailers look exactly the same, and it infuriates me.
The best trailers that have come out recently have been for, like, horror movies, and that's because horror movies have a tried and true method of making trailers work.
Yes, exactly. It doesn't matter if they're good or bad; they usually do a pretty good job with the trailer.
Yeah.
So I think that is certainly a big aspect of it. Like, for example, the day before this dropped, the trailer for Fantastic Four First Steps also came out, and people were going nuts over that. And that I also understand, because we haven't gotten a Fantastic Four movie in well over 10 years, close to 20 years at this point, and it wasn't good. And so this is... Oh, wait, no.
What about Fan 4-Stick?
Brian, I legitimately forgot about Fan 4-Stick in the middle of that sentence. I'm going to be so honest with you.
Oh, that's so funny.
So, I'm going to... Yeah, sorry. My bad. So, 10 years, because that was 2017? Almost 10 years. Anyways. But everyone was going nuts over that, and I'm sitting here like... I mean, it looks like a Hollywood blockbuster. It looks like a Marvel movie, I guess. It looks fine. Mm-hmm. So,
I haven't seen that trailer yet. So
I think that it's just a Hollywood thing. I don't think it's necessarily a this movie thing. I think it's just a Hollywood thing. And we'll see if the actual movie is indicative of what the trailer is, of the vibe the trailer is giving. But no, I think so. Going off the vibes, to me, this seems like, and because like I said, it doesn't feel as egregious as some other films. It reads to me like this is someone who is trying their best to make the Jurassic World Park movie they wanted to, and they have Universal breathing down their neck, and they're doing their best to make the movie they want to make while also kind of catering to what the bigwigs want them to do, because that is exactly what happened with Gareth Edwards on Rogue One. I like Rogue One quite a lot, so I think at the end of this will probably be a good film, I hope. I pray. Again, if this is the first legitimately bad Gareth Edwards movie, I will probably cry.
Yeah, that would be a bummer.
Yeah.
Well, I like
you haven't
Gareth
even seen the creator yet, Brian.
No, I haven't.
You gotta. I think it's on something. Maybe Hulu. I don't remember.
Yeah, I'll find it. Yeah. I still think that the like idea of this movie is cool. Like they gotta go to this island to connect like to collect like DNA from all these different dinosaurs. Like that's cool. I like that. It's simple. The stakes aren't astronomical. Like, you know, it's like I like that. I like smaller movies.
I think it's as a concept, it's a little goofy, but this is Jurassic World.
It's Jurassic
World. We're kind of past the goofiness of it.
Yeah, I am kind of like. Does this take place after all of the other?
I honestly have no idea when this takes place. They've been kind of tight-lipped about it, so I really don't know.
Okay, because like, I mean, they say there's only one place on Earth to find them, but like, they're
from what I've heard,
did they all get nuked?
So I kind of want to watch what I say here because I know a lot of the plot for this leaked. And I don't know what is or isn't public knowledge.
Gotcha.
From what I understand, I think it takes place after the trilogy, the Jurassic World trilogy, and for some reason or another, all the dinosaurs that were on the mainland are dead. I don't remember if we know why that is.
Wow.
But yeah.
Wow,
so Blue,
dude.
Brian, I hate to tell you, I think Blue might be dead.
What's gonna happen to the Camp Cretaceous gang when all the dinosaurs are gone?
They're gonna be really sad.
Darius gonna be out of a job.
Darius is gonna be like, "Oh, my dad's dead.
My dad's dead. Now I don't have a job.
My dinosaur's dead. My dinosaur's dead.
My dinosaur dead."
So
man.
Do we want to talk about the dinosaurs? They got some cool dinosaurs in here, Brian.
They do got some cool dinosaurs, and they got one dinosaur that I don't know what the fuck it is.
Oh, we'll talk about it. But I want to talk about Titanosaurus. Titanosaurus is here, Brian.
Titanosaurus?
That's what the sauropod's called. It's a Titanosaurus. There's an actual dinosaur called Titanosaurus.
Oh shit! Is that the one with like the really thin tail?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that is.
I also saw some people online pointing that out, like the Titanosaurus, and that it had those like frills on its neck and back that looked like the kaiju Titanosaurus frills, and they were like, Gareth, I see that. I'm like, I understand, like the that you want that to be a thing, but boy, is that a stretch.
It's the cope. It's the cope.
It's a boy that's a stretch. I mean, it's a nice thought to have that it is a direct reference to Godzilla, but I don't think that's the case.
What if like Gareth Edwards is a closeted Titanosaurus mega fan? Like he's got a shrine.
Then he should have put him in Godzilla 2014.
He really should have. That movie that would have been insane.
Yeah, I mean,
actually,
think about it. Think about it. King Ghidorah, Mothra, Rodan. Obviously, they're the big heavy hitters. They're more expensive to get. Titanosaurus, I can't imagine Titanosaurus is expensive to get the rights to use, right?
Probably not.
Exactly.
Probably like a couple dollars.
So Gareth, a couple dollars. So Gareth, you should have put Titanosaurus in Godzilla 2014.
Yeah.
And Brian, he's back. They're back. Fucking Spinosaurus, baby.
Yeah. I'm but that was actually exciting, and then the cringe ass line one later happened. But yeah.
I see a lot of people kind of upset about the design, and I'm kind of in the middle. Like, it looks like they tried to make it a little more accurate to like what our understanding of Spinosaurus is now, but he has no fucking neck.
Yeah.
He's got no neck.
I'm gonna be honest here, like, at this point with the Jurassic Park franchise, scientific accuracy's out the window.
Oh yeah.
It's just like, I would say don't even really strive for it, because like it's just not what people expect.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you and I don't expect it, and we like scientifically accurate dinosaurs.
We do.
We loved Prehistoric Planet, but like Jurassic Park, they are like monsters basically. and I want them to look like a monster. I want it to look like the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus. But I mean, also, I don't care at the end of the day. As long as they're cool, like, I'm good.
Well, it's funny you mentioned monsters, Brian.
Yeah. Are we gonna talk about that thing now? The fucking ape thing?
We're gonna talk about them. I'm gonna bring back our term from our Alien Romulus reveal, the big gross freak.
Yes.
Because boy, is he big, is he gross, and he is a freak.
I don't even get a good look at him. Honestly.
You don't. I think this one, I'm kind of okay talking about because I think they did talk about this a little bit in the Vanity Fair article. And it's still not 100%. From my understanding, is that this thing, whatever they end up calling it, I think the current fanon name is the D-Rex. It is an early attempt at the cloning process that just went terribly, terribly wrong.
Oh. What the fuck?
Yeah. Because so it's implied. I don't think this is confirmed, and this may not even be in the leaks. But the people seem to be thinking that this is not taking place on Isla Sorna. It's taking place on one of the other islands that we haven't seen yet. Because there's the 5 deaths, as they talk about in The Lost World. So it's one of the other islands, and they say in the trailer like this is where they like started the process. So from what I can tell, like this was kind of their first attempt that worked but didn't.
That's kind of cool. I do like that. That's a cool.
Yeah.
If that actually turns out to be what it is, I'm down for that.
Yeah, and it's a really cool concept. I think it's a little more interesting for the franchise than the hybrids are, because they didn't really do anything to that level with the hybrids. Like the Scorpius Rex from Camp Cretaceous was kind of the closest thing they had to the kind of science gone wrong thing. But this is like on a whole another level.
Man, if they had the Scorpius Rex in the live action movie, that would be
that'd be terrifying, dude.
Dope. Well, think about it. I wanted this movie to be more like a horror movie, like scarier. And they could have easily used that shit. Easily.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I would say it's not out of the realm of possibility someday. I mean, but that just means that us, as the #1 Camp Cretaceous fans, need to
I know.
be really fucking annoying about it.
Well, it looks like this thing is going to be kind of very horror-esque. I mean, they already talked about, I think Gareth said, like, the main influences on its design were obviously a T-Rex, the Xenomorph, and the Rancor from Return of the Jedi. And you can really very clearly see that in its design. But there's something else here that I don't know. You may have seen this in the Kaiju United Discord server earlier, Brian. Are you aware of the Godzilla connection with this thing?
No.
Okay. So there is a piece of concept art from the art book for Godzilla 2014. And it's a piece of art for the Muto that I'm going to send it to you. It looks suspiciously similar to this thing.
Huh. Yeah, it does.
I mean, changed the head shape a little bit, but like it's got the knuckle walking, it's got the extra arms, it's got the sort of reptilian looking. It's interesting.
That is interesting.
It's interesting. Because I think someone. I swear someone posted. I don't know if it's in here somewhere, but someone posted like a modified version of that artwork to make it look a little more like the mutant is what people are calling this thing, and it seemed pretty accurate. But yeah, it's just interesting that they've kind of had that piece of concept art kicking around, and Gareth was just like, "Hey, yeah, why not?
It's time. Time to use it.
Finally." But yeah, it's I think it looks good. I'm excited. You know we're gonna have an episode on it, so
Of course we are. It cannot possibly be worse than the giant fucking bugs from Dominion.
No,
there is no way.
I mean, I was just gonna say it can't possibly be worse than Dominion. Period.
Yeah, that would actually be very impressive.
Really would.
Honestly,
it really
though,
would be impressive.
I really don't think that Mahershala Ali or Scarlett Johansson would agree to be in it if it was that bad.
That's true. And Scarlett Johansson has gone on record saying she is a huge Jurassic fan.
Okay.
So I think like she knows. And Gareth too. Like Gareth has talked about like way in the past that like, I mean he cited it as one of his influences for Godzilla 2014, which by the way, shout out to Gareth Edwards, because since doing Monsters back in 2011, he's worked on his 3 favorite film franchises: Godzilla, Star Wars, and Jurassic Park.
Oh,
he is living the dream, dude. He's living the dream.
Holy shit, dude! He did it all. He can retire now.
Yeah, he's got the Infinity Gauntlet.
He's only made like 5 or 6 films, so he can retire.
Monsters, Godzilla, Rogue One, Creator, and this. Yeah, 5 movies. Holy shit,
dude. He can retire. 5 movies in, he can retire. He's done. Bucket list over.
Yeah, what else could he possibly do? Like, what other big franchises are there that he could possibly do?
God, for his sake, I really hope this is a good movie. I really hope
I know.
I really hope that this this trailer is just bad. Like,
yeah, I again, it look like, and visually too, I think it looks really good, which is nice because
the only other point of criticism I have on like the how everything looks is that they're keeping the same kind of like ugly looking T-Rex that they've been rolling with.
Yeah, I mean it looks somewhat different from.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's not Rexy.
No, it's not Rexy. And again, if that theory that all the dinosaurs are dead on the mainland, that means Rexy's dead too.
I'm gonna be fucking pissed if that's true, because that also means that Bumpy is gone.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. You're right. Holy shit.
Yeah.
All right, Gareth, don't fucking do this to me.
Don't do it, Gareth. Don't. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. It's not worth killing Bumpy.
No, it's not. It's not worth killing.
What? Oh my god, Brian.
If you made this decision, you have the power to stop it. There's still time.
Brian, what if so I've heard rumors that Chaos Theory Season 3 is going to be the final season. What if they do a 3rd series that takes place after Dominion, and we have to watch Bumpy die? What if that happens?
That would be so sad.
I think I'd cry. I think I'd cry.
What are the chances of any of the Camp Cretaceous crew getting into Rebirth?
Absolutely nil.
I know.
Wait, hold on. I have to see something. Do we have names for these people?
Probably not.
We do. No, none of them. None of them are.
Oh no, that's so sad.
I mean, we have a couple people who are we don't know. Ed Skrein's in this movie, and we don't have a.
I am going to be honest. I would genuinely be excited and would Wojak at the screen if there is a Camp Cretaceous reference.
I don't think there will be.
I know, but that is the only reference that will fly with me.
Well, I guess we'll have to find out. This is in July, so July 2nd. So we got a couple months to wait. But
okay.
All right. We've talked about this for nearly half an hour. We should move on, Brian.
Yeah, we should. I forgot what the next thing we talked about was.
I don't know, but I was gonna say something funny. Bye. All right. Well, I guess we did watch the Jurassic World trailer. What a cool trailer, huh, Brian?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah. Spinosaurus.
Yeah, it was awesome. I love that one part with the dinosaur.
The Spinosaurus, Brian. There's the Spinosaurus is back.
The Spinosaurus.
Thank God
yes.
for that. Yep. Hey, this was something that
was really, really big, and we didn't actually cover it, I don't think. When looking back on that, it's kind of bad. IDW is planning a big, big relaunch of their Godzilla series later this year. They're kicking it off with a one-shot. It's Godzilla the New Heroes. It comes out May 3rd for Free Comic Book Day, so this first issue is going to be free. So they're planning on doing something kind of like what Skybound is currently doing with Transformers, in that they're going to be doing a shared universe with a bunch of different books. So I'll read off the description here. In July 2025, a bold new Godzilla story is coming. Godzilla the New Heroes features an original 10-page prelude to the new IDW Godzilla continuity, as well as preview pages for other books set in the new Godzilla shared universe. Each of these books is a fresh exploration on what it means to be a Godzilla comic. From a group of mercenaries that fly through space in Mechagodzilla to a strange wasteland inhabited by a half-kaiju, half-human freak, what the hell, to a bold superhero take on G-Force. A new era of Godzilla comics starts here. That sounds really, really cool. I don't know if they're going to be doing more crossovers, because they've been doing a lot of crossovers recently. They've had now 2 Power Rangers crossovers. Obviously, we also had the Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. We got the big Marvel crossover coming. I don't know if IDW is involved with that. I know they weren't with the Justice League one because that was MonsterVerse. So, yeah, because Skybound, the way Skybound is doing it with Transformers, they have it... I gotta double check. First off, they have it with G.I. Joe, but that's also because it's Hasbro. It's the same IP, basically. The Energon universe is what they're calling it. So the G.I. Joe and Void Rivals, which is an original IP from Skybound. And I actually read the first issue because I wanted to kind of check out what this was about. And I sort of wish I didn't know that it was the shared universe, because they really don't advertise it at all. Basically what happens in Void Rivals, it's about this civil war going on between 2 alien races, and 2 of them have crash landed on this desolate planet, and they're trying to work together to get their ships back up and running so they can escape. And they find this derelict ship, and they're like, well, there's no way this thing is going to fly, but there's still power. We can at least use it to give our respective ships a charge and get out of here. And they fire it up, and it turns out to be Jetfire. So, like, if I had not known it was part of a Transformers continuity, that would have been, like, mind-blowing. But so far it's just Void Rivals, Transformers, and G.I. Joe. I don't know if IDW is going to be doing that with Godzilla. From the description for the New Heroes, it seems like it's just going to be a bunch of separate Godzilla series. But who knows? It could be cool. I mean, I
don't know much to say about this. You're the comic guy.
Maybe you should be the comic guy, Brian. Comics are cool.
I know. Comics are cool. And I wish I had a lot more time to read them, but I don't.
It's not like comics take long to read.
I know, but I have to... Man, I don't know how else I can say this to you. I have to read a lot for school.
You can read a comic book in like 10 minutes, 5 if you're quick.
But also, I live with my best friend and we're always hanging out. So.
But also, it's Godzilla.
I know it's Godzilla.
Have you considered
And I'm
that?
also lazy. I can keep coming up with excuses forever. I will beat you.
You sicken me, Brian. You sicken me.
I know.
Well, I'm going to make you read The New Heroes at the very least, because it's fucking free. You have no excuse not to get this.
Okay. That is fair. I will.
And also, I can't remember where they said it, but... oh yeah, here it is. The Godzilla design featured on the cover is not reflective of the new design in the continuity, as the design was not yet finalized when the cover was completed. And from what I've heard, they're kind of going with the sort of terrifying force of nature take on Godzilla. So I'm really excited to see what design they go with. It's going to be an original design they're coming up with, which is really, really cool. So I'm really excited to see what they do with that. But
Well, that is my favorite flavor of Godzilla.
exactly. So
Yeah.
Either way, I think it's a really cool that they're going to be doing a shared continuity. That the Mechagodzilla in space thing sounds cool. Superhero take on G-Force sounds really cool. The wasteland inhabited by half kaiju, half human freaks, that sounds really cool. All of this sounds really, really cool. I'm really excited because IDW has been really knocking it out of the park with Godzilla lately, and this seems like no exception.
Yeah. I guess I'll give it a shot.
You
I
bet. You
guess.
fucking better. You fucking better. All right. Let's move on to our last little mini topic, Brian.
Yeah. So I had this thought basically last minute. With the release of the very received Wolfman.
The received Wolfman.
And and Nosferatu, and also the newly announced Werewolf that Robert Eggers is planning on directing. I just think that there's a lot of classic monster movies coming out, and I wanted to get your take on it and see what you would want to see, or do you think there's too much coming out? We just got a Wolfman movie. There's another one. What are you thinking? What do you think?
I'm thinking there's not enough, if you ask me.
Yeah,
give me more.
I agree.
Give me more.
It has. I mean, even from when we got the Invisible Man to his, the Wolfman, his next movie, that took a while.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Wolfman was also in development hell for a while.
Yeah. Oh, well, that shows.
Right.
That shows. But even Nosferatu, which I would argue it's a classic monster movie.
Yeah, I mean it's just Dracula in name, in everything but name only. So
yeah.
But we are
that got nominated for a fucking Oscar.
Multiple
several
Oscars. Yeah.
Dope.
Yeah, and we have Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein coming later this year to Netflix. It's really upsetting that it's coming to Netflix. I would have loved to see it in theaters. Thanks, Netflix.
Well, Netflix sucks.
I know. We also have Sinners coming out, I think, next month. That's the new vampire movie from Ryan Coogler. I know very little about it. I've stayed away from the trailers because when the most recent trailer came out, everyone was like, "Oh, don't watch this. It spoils everything." I'm like, "Cool. I'm not going to then."
I love it when trailers spoil the whole movie.
All I know is that it's a vampire movie with Ryan Coogler. I think Michael B. Jordan is in it, and that is enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
Let me double check when this is actually coming out. April, sorry, not next month. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld. Those are the only. Oh, Delroy Lindo's in this too. Okay, so not the only two actors I recognize, but that's just the three. Everyone else I don't recognize. But Ryan Coogler doing vampires. It's gonna be cool. Oh, it's a period horror movie too. Let's fucking go.
Very nice.
I love period horror. We talked about that in our Wolfman, not Wolfman, but the Werewolf episode we did last year. Period horror is good.
Mm-hmm.
James Wan is doing something with a Creature from the Black Lagoon movie. I can't remember if he's directing or just producing, because he produces fucking every movie nowadays.
I was gonna say he doesn't even direct anything anymore. He just produces stuff.
I think the last.
I think he's retired from directing at this point.
I mean, he did Aquaman 2, and that was god awful.
I mean, they probably paid him enough for him to retire.
Probably. Let me see. What's he doing? Yeah, Aquaman 2 was the last director, and that was only 2 years ago, I guess.
I'm pretty stoked about that. I mean,
Yeah,
Creature from the Black
we have
Lagoon
not
hasn't
gotten
been touched.
anything with Creature like in years. I mean, Shape
I
of
guess-
Water is basically Guillermo del Toro's take on that, but
Yeah,
it's not like an
but
official thing.
it's kind of its own thing.
Yeah.
like it is like an offshoot. That's a great movie, by the way.
It is fantastic. I haven't
great
seen
movie.
it since it was in theaters. I really got to rewatch it.
Yeah, me too. It's been I mean, I remember I rewatched it a few times, but yeah. I mean, there's been a lot. I think last year we got a lot of werewolf movies last year.
Did we? I mean, obviously we got Werewolves, which you didn't see.
That's the one I was thinking of. Werewolves. Well, not I mean, recently. I guess not just last year. Werewolves. You got Wolfman. Thought there was one more. What was the other one?
I don't know.
I don't know. I thought there was another one. Guess not. But even just in terms of like classic monsters, I mean, we've been getting a lot of that. We've been getting, we got Nosferatu, and all the ones you just said. So I think pretty cool. There's more, but I want more, and also bring back the Dooku.
I was about to say, is this just your excuse to continue talking about the Dooku on the show, Brian?
Yeah, more or less. I want the Dooku. Bring me the Dark Universe cinematic universe. I want it to have Tom Cruise in it. I want it to have Brendan Fraser in it. I want it to have forgetting The Rock. It's gonna have The Rock back in it again.
Okay.
Continue. It's gonna have Russell Crowe playing what's his face?
Dr. Jekyll.
Yep. Gotta have the Dracula Returns guy. That guy.
What?
Or not Returns. Dracula Untold. Is that it?
Oh,
I
okay, yeah.
I didn't even see that fucking movie.
Neither did I.
I'm a fake fan. I never saw that one. I just
wow,
remembered.
fake Dooku fan. This is
I've heard it
incredible.
sucks.
I have heard it's pretty bad.
It was the first attempt at launching the Dooku, and then it failed, and then they went to the Mummy.
Yeah.
Actually, though, for real, I would like to see another crack at the Mummy.
I feel like someone is doing. Not Fede Alvarez. Lee Cronin, who directed Evil Dead Rise.
Okay.
He's doing a Mummy movie.
Yeah, no, that's a perfect fit.
I don't know when that's supposed to come out. I think it's still in very early pre-production stages, but he is working on a Mummy film.
Yeah, I would be super fucking stoked for that. I really love the old Brendan Fraser Mummy movies. Like, they're
fantastic.
All the memes, taken out of it.
Yeah.
Like the first two movies. The rest of them are,
I mean, there's only 3 of them, Brian.
Isn't there?
No, there's
there
only
4?
3.
There's only 3?
Yeah.
Oh shit, okay. Well, the third one, not very good.
No, with Jet Li.
Second one is just the first movie again. But the first movie, really good.
Yeah.
And I love like Egyptian, like that kind of like horror aesthetic. I think it's super cool. A lot of Egyptian architecture and like just all that whole kind of world is just, it looks very creepy. Probably because I'm a white dude from the United States.
Yep.
But pretty cool. I love it. I would really like to see that again. I also feel like they kind of ruined the Mummy with the last one with Tom Cruise. Nobody really takes it seriously anymore. So I think if they really like took it back to its like more like horror roots and like actually made it respectable, I think that would be quite good. I would be very excited for that.
I mean, with Lee Cronin in the director's chair, I think
Evil Dead Rise was so good.
Exactly. So I think it's a good pick for him.
Perfect fucking match.
That's supposed to come out in 2026. It looks like, so not this year, but next. Also, if we're talking still classic monsters, like we have 28 years later, zombies are a classic monster. So that's true. That's another one.
That's true. And you can now go rent and watch both 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later. I don't know why it took them so fucking long to figure all that shit out, but wow.
I have no idea, man. I couldn't
I
tell
was
ya.
so disappointed to know that you couldn't do that.
I know.
I owned the first one on Blu-ray. I never got the second one on Blu-ray. But like I remember rewatching it again last Halloween, and I told you to watch it, and you're like, I can't because
I literally can't.
And I was so disappointed. And then I brought my Blu-ray with me to Massachusetts, and I never gave it to you. Or no. I was gonna send it with my mom back to Massachusetts.
Yeah, and then you didn't.
She visited, and then I forgot. That's right.
Wow. What a piece of shit.
I know it's all my fault, but hey, you know what? It's all is fine because now you can go rent it.
Now I can pay money instead of getting it for free. God.
Yeah.
All right.
Pay money or have a pleasant conversation with my mom as she hands it to you. What would you rather take?
I mean, a pleasant conversation with your mom, pretty cool. Your mom's a cool person. I like your mom.
That's true. My mom is pretty dope.
Yeah. Does she listen to the podcast?
Shout out to Joan.
Yeah. Shout out Joan.
Shout out to Joan.
Does she listen to the show, Brian?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Damn. It's okay. Neither do my parents.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, I told my mom we swear a lot, so.
Oh, yeah. She won't like that.
Yeah. Nah. You know, I think I was going to talk about it last week. I don't remember if I did, but kind of on track with Classic Monsters. I did watch and finish season 2 of Castlevania Nocturne.
Oh, nice. I started it. I watched the first episode.
There is a big monster at the end.
Okay.
There's a very big monster at the end.
I do like big monster.
And I mean, Castlevania, this is Dracula. It's kind of classic monster.
Kind of. That is classic. I mean, the video game, the original Castlevania, is literally just a love letter to Universal Monsters.
I know. I was just joking. It's man, the Castlevania series has been really awesome. I feel like they're closing it out here, which is sad.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the end of season 2 felt pretty final. I don't really know where they'd even go. I mean, I guess the plot of Nocturne kind of came out of nowhere because it was so far in the future from like the original Castlevania series. But I don't know. I would like to see it go on. I think it's awesome. Anybody who really likes vampires would really love this show. Interestingly enough, though, Sam does not like this show.
Oh, why? Is it too horny for her?
I don't think it's it being too horny. I just don't think she likes it. I don't really know why.
Damn. That's upsetting.
Yeah, I think it has to do with. I think she said it was the animation and also just like she's not really interested in the story. So I kind of get it.
I don't know if I do. I don't know if I agree.
For most people who enjoy vampires, it's a great show. And there are some kaiju in there occasionally.
All right.
I mean, Death comes in as a kaiju.
Yeah, he does. That's true.
The original series.
This is true.
That shit was dope, man. A giant death monster. Holy shit. Awesome. Yeah, that's all I had to say on that. I'm sure we'll have well, never mind.
Okay. We should move on to our final segment because we went through all our mini segments, Brian.
Yeah, we did.
What new
very quickly.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Pretty good for us.
Yeah.
We usually talk a lot more rambly than usual. Usually.
Yeah.
But
again, we're thirsting for topics. We don't really have a whole lot to do right now.
I mean, well, Brian, here's the thing. I put out a feeler earlier this year, like, hey, what should we cover? I did have someone demanding we finally do a Gamera the Brave review.
Okay. Who is this person demanding it? Am I gonna know who it is?
No.
Okay.
No, you're not.
All right. Fine. Hey, I'll fucking do Gamera the Brave. Why not? Sure.
All right, cool. All right, but yeah, final segment. What new cool kaiju things are we checking out? What are we
Unreal
checking out?
2. We've been playing a lot of it.
Unreal 2,
There's
yeah.
Big worm.
There's a big worm, there's a big spider.
Yep.
You
haven't even beaten the big worm
I haven't
yet.
even beaten the big worm. What was the first boss?
Shy Halud. It was a giant.
It was a mole. It was the mole.
It was a giant mole.
Yeah.
And he like chucks dynamite
But he wasn't like
at you.
super big. Not as big as the spider was.
No, the spider was huge.
Yeah,
I hated
it.
it.
Yeah, fuck that spider. It's so fucking annoying.
Finally fucking beat that bitch.
I know.
Finally. And then we ended up in an even worse biome.
I know. I can't even. We died on the first level of that biome too.
Yeah, it did not last very long.
Did not go well.
We also we need to get you through the worm boss fight.
Yeah.
So you can get the achievement for it. Yeah. Pretty awesome boss fight. You are going to like it. Like instead of the worm just coming out of the ground, he like takes entire chunks of the level away.
Okay.
Yeah. So it gets pretty hectic in there. But yeah, it's a fucking kaiju game. If any of you motherfuckers tell us it's not, you're wrong. Go play it. And give the developers money because it's a fantastic game.
I agree. It's very, very good.
And also they have a bunch of awesome skins like Shark and Snake.
I'm a shark.
And
That's the skin
Owl.
I use.
Yeah. And they got the glasses right on the shark because they bend around the shark's snout and actually cover the eyes.
That was really fun. That was a good touch.
That is how sharks would wear glasses. So yeah, that's all I got.
You know what, Brian? I think that's about all I got too. I don't.
Oh, well, I got another little piece of news.
Okay.
Also kind of related to something. We've been playing a lot of Helldivers.
Okay. Yeah, this is true.
A shit ton of Helldivers. You got a lot of hours in there, and you got some stuff unlocked.
Yeah.
But they released a trailer for the new Warbond today.
Okay.
And one of the new pieces of equipment coming with it is a portable hell bomb.
Oh, God.
So it's a hell bomb strapped to a backpack. And when you're wearing the backpack, you can arm it and then drop it out of the backpack and just run away. And in the trailer for it, I think they knew that people were gonna fucking eat shit while using it because the dude who dropped it, it does a panning shot, so it like zooms out to like view the explosion, and it shows the guy running down the street to get away from it, and he gets fucking blasted face first into the ground while running away from it. It was so funny.
I love that. I love that they know their audience.
Yeah, they do. They know that nobody is going to use it properly. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking stoked about that. I think it's out now.
Is it?
I think.
Nice.
I think so. I'm down to spend more money on Helldivers.
Okay.
So I love spending money on Helldivers. Yeah, that's about all I got.
Yeah. I haven't really been reading or watching anything.
Somebody's tired.
I am tired. Actually, no, I haven't played Dave the Diver. I know I said I was going to talk about this whenever I got to the Godzilla DLC, but that's not entirely true because there's other big monsters in it. I fought a giant squid. I fought a giant wolf eel. That the thing was scary, by the way. There was a giant Cleone. I don't know if that's how I pronounce that creature. But
what is it?
A Cleone. CLIONE.
Oh, those things are disgusting.
Yeah, imagine that.
But they're sea slugs.
But
big. How would these things even hurt you?
It's big. It was a big one.
But they're teeny. They're no bigger than your
I know, but this is a big one. It was the Cleone Queen, Brian.
Are these real?
Yeah, these are real. What the fuck? What do you mean?
No, I mean like them like in real life, like the big ones.
Oh no, I don't think so.
This big? No, they ain't.
No.
It exclusively brings up Dave the Diver stuff.
Of course.
Nice. Yeah, I really got to start playing Dave the Diver.
I think you'd really, really like it, Brian. It's
no, I know I would really, really like it. I'm just trying to work through the last couple of achievements for Dredge, but they're pretty grindy. So
Gotcha.
yeah. A little piece of advice: when you finally start playing Dredge, and if you want to go for all of or most of the achievements, start putting down crab pots early and put down a lot of them.
Okay.
Because so you have the regular fish that you catch, and then you have aberrations, and there's usually 1 or 2 aberrations per species. But the crabs take forever to get all the aberrations because the crab pots only have a number of things that can fit in them. So it gets pretty annoying. You can get crab pots that give you better chances of getting aberrations, but nah, man, it still takes forever. So whenever you play that shit, be sure to put those, just shit them out of your boat, man.
Will
just
do.
Poop them out.
Will do. Well, Brian, how about this? We'll trade off. Whenever I finish the Dave the Diver, I'll start Dredge. And so when I start Dredge, you can start Dave the Diver.
I cannot promise you that I'm not going to start Dave the Diver before you finish it.
You know what? Good point. Well, I've heard like the last chapter or 2 can get really grindy. I think there's like 6 or 7 chapters. I'm on chapter 4 or 5, I think. So I'm getting there.
Oh, so you're like nearly done with it.
Yeah, I'm like halfway through. So
you've been putting time in there, huh?
Yeah, it's fun, dude. It's really, really fun.
Yeah.
You get to go fishing. You get to make sushi.
I have it downloaded. It's ready to go. I just gotta
go. Just gotta do it.
Oh, you know what? There's another thing. We've been playing Nuclear Nightmare, man.
Oh yeah, we should play more of that, man. We should play more of that.
Yeah. There's a giant worm in that too.
Yeah, I have not seen it myself. I've only seen clips of it from you and Naomi, I think.
I have seen it. I remember I was on the back of the jet ski with you, I think, and I saw it jump out of the ground.
I've sure heard it though. I've sure heard it.
Yeah. Giant worm core, man.
Yeah.
I love it. It's been a lot of games with giant worms in it recently.
I know. All right. Anything else we gotta talk about before we call it a day?
I'm gonna say probably not. I think that's it.
Okay. Yeah, I can't think of anything. So,
well, we're gonna spend the next week trying to figure out what the fuck we're gonna do. But if you guys have any ideas, hit us up.
Yeah.
And please help us.
Please. I mean, we could do a review next week. We did a review last time. Then we didn't do a review this time. We can do the review.
There's still always the option of doing Ready Player One.
Oh my god. You know what?
Ever present.
Fuck it.
It is
Fuck it.
Ever present.
I'm saying it right now. We're gonna cover Ready Player One next time. We'll do it.
Oh,
I'm setting it in stone. I'm setting it in stone. Actually,
Sam is gonna be so stoked.
Hold on. I'm rescinding that because the next week we're recording, I'm going to be out of town for a couple of days, so I don't know if we'll be able to record that day. So I'll tentatively we're doing Ready Player One. Tentatively, we'll see what happens.
Okay, that works.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. Oh wait, no. Socials. What the hell am I doing, man? Go find us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Blue Sky and Twitch, all at Talking Toku. Oh, and YouTube as well. At Talking Toku, go follow us there. Even though some of them we don't really touch all that often.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm actually curious. When is the last time I updated the Facebook page? I'm gonna go find.
Probably never. It's probably blank.
No, it's not that bad. I have 96 notifications, though.
Wow.
I mean, most of them are just from a meme page I followed on there. Last time I... Okay. So the last time I updated the Talking Toku Facebook page was August 3rd of last year, and it was when I joined staff as for Kaiju United. That was the last thing I posted.
Wow, you're such a good poster, Dave.
I really.
I think you could just get rid of it, to be honest.
You think so?
I think so.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see. All right. But yeah, go follow us there. Come join our Discord server. We have emotes.
Yeah,
we have emotes now.
We do have emotes now. If you have Discord Nitro, you can spam the GIF sticker of Spoon hitting the werewolf fingers through
We
the
need
door
to get
for dog soldiers.
We also need to find the episode of Camp Cretaceous with the hand cam and make that a.
We really do. If anybody can help us with that, that would be yeah.
I mean, and if anything, we're going to be the ones to help us with that because that's the only one. With that, only we are going to know what that is. So
pretty much.
All right. We'll shut up now. Goodbye. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks.
Peace.
Goodbye.